Hello, everyone. Welcome. Ah, where are my MVPs? I want to see your faces. Sissy will do, my God, really. Oh, let's go, let's go. Welcome, everyone. God, really. Hello, welcome, welcome. My God really moves. Let's go. Hello, everyone. I'm your host for today. My name is Christabel, and you're welcome to today's session. Just tell a friend to join, send the messages in the chat. Let's have it moving. How is your Friday going? Always for the one. The 99, always for the one. Leave the 99, always for the one. Let's go. Welcome. Welcome, Ellen. Glad to have you here. Tell me, where are you joining us from? So when you join us, just leave your name, what you're doing, how this month has started for you. First Friday. Hello. MVPs, please turn your cameras on. Always for the one. Let's get this started. Tell a friend to join us. Send the messages in the WhatsApp. Leave the 99, always for the one. Leave the 99, always for the one. Let's go. Welcome, everybody. Yeah, let's go. It's a beautiful Friday evening or morning, wherever you are, or afternoon. What's your energy level for today? How is it going? Welcome, Esther. Let me know how is it going. Hello, Rukayat. Where are you joining us from? Let me know. What's your energy level, guys? Leave the 99. MVPs, have your cameras on. Let's see your lovely faces so that we can spotlight you and show everyone how amazing you've been. Welcome, welcome. So, yours is well, fire. That's amazing to know, Esther. So yes, just share with us your name, your current role and organization, your energy level, whether you just woke up. Oh, 90, Rukayat, that is amazing. 90, you are on fire. Well, mine is, I'll give myself a 75. The weather is quite chilly. I feel like sleeping. But we are here today excited because we know what is coming, right? You know why you're joining today. You know who you want to network with. Anita, welcome. Oh, let's go. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Lovely to see all of you join in. It's great. Okay. Okay. You say your name is Ivy. You are a graphic designer, brand strategist, and visual identity designer, and you do freelance. Whoa, you're on fire today. Oyin. It's glad to have you here. Hello, Marjorie. You're welcome. Yeah, so let me know, how is it going? How is this Friday going? How have you been? I want to see more. Let's put it in the chat. Let's invite our friends. You're so excited to be. I'm excited to be here too. I get to see you all. Okay, so our MVP for today, we have Ejabo Rita. She's from Nigeria, a computer science student, and she is a shy extrovert. That's interesting. Shy extrovert. I've never met a shy extrovert before, but okay, that's amazing. Now we have Rhoda. She's in Ghana, banking and finance, and she loves how faith in God provides comfort and a moral compass for believers. So that's her fun fact. Faith in God. That's an amazing fun fact to have. We have Emanuela, who is from Ghana, civil engineering. She wants to unhear what she actually wants to hear. That's quite interesting. I would like to know what it is that you want to unhear that you actually want to hear. That's confusing and interesting. And we also have Adedoyin from Nigeria. She's a stats major and she loves decluttering and organizing. I need you in my wardrobe, girl. I need you. If you love to do this, I don't know whether it's OCD or you just love it, but please come into my wardrobe and come and fix it up for me. I need you. I need you in my life. We have Ruth, who is from Ghana, a natural science, and she finds journaling therapeutic. That's an amazing fun fact to have, journaling very therapeutic. That's so amazing. And then we have Petrina, who is from Ghana, computer science and engineering. We are having the STEM girlies here. She loves history, especially learning about past kingdoms. That's an interesting fun fact to have. I wonder what kind of history that you have been studying, past kingdoms, ancient ruins. That's nice. You're one of the BBC and those history channel watchers. That's great to know. We have Odunayo, who is from Nigeria, psychology, and she takes her skincare routine seriously. Hey, we have the skin girl, we have the skincare routine girlies here. But as you can see from her photo, so beautiful. You can see that, yes, she doesn't miss all the 13 steps that she has to take. So I can vouch for her. And then we have Antoinette, and she is from Ghana, information technology management, and she loves funny. She she loves to make funny things in imagination. Oh, so the imagination girlies, the ones who are always imagining what next, dreaming about their future husbands and future, things, just making things up. That's amazing. That's amazing. That's amazing. It's great to see you all here. I'd love for our MVPs to turn on their cameras so that we can all get to see and know them. It would be amazing to see your faces. Okay, now we're just going to why join Black Sisters instead. Why? Why do you think that you should join Black Sisters instead? Why are you here? Why do you think that you should be here and nowhere else? No other community, no other company, no other organization. Why join Black Sisters in STEM? Because it's one of a kind. You don't get the same value that you get here from any other place. And you can tell from being in the community already. If you're not in it, don't fret. The links will be shared and then you can just join our amazing community. The links will be dropped in the chats. So don't think that you're missing out. You're not missing out. You will join. You will join us today. So we have so many reasons why you can join Black Sisters STEM. And we just have a few here, as you can see on our screen. You have job opportunities and internships. You've been seeing the testimonials out there about people getting job opportunities, getting internships. People who haven't even completed school yet already have internships lined up for them just because they're in Black Sisters STEM. These are some of the opportunities that you can get when you join us. So the links are out there. Just click on them, fill the form, and get to be part of this amazing community that supports Black women like you and I. Weekly community newsletters. So if you've subscribed to our newsletters, sure the links will also be dropped. When you subscribe to our newsletters, you have all the information, all the resources, the job opportunities, the next new thing that you should know in STEM. It's basically your one-stop news spots for everything STEM. So just subscribe to the newsletter and you are basically set for life. You get to meet who is spotlighted for the week in our community. You get to meet amazing people. You get to learn about what is happening in the world of STEM and women in STEM. So just read our newsletters, be motivated, join our community, and get to know one another. We have invites to events, so you've been seeing that those in the community, you've been seeing the links that are sometimes shared to workshops and events that are happening around. So join us today with the links that are joined, and then you get to enjoy these exclusive perks of being in Black Citizen. Because you don't get this anywhere. You don't get this in any other community, which gives you free resources, free at discounted prices, free workshops, and you get to meet other Black sisters who also encourage you. If you join our community, you can see how there are amazing people there like Faridat and Esther and Isabel who are all there to encourage you on your journey in STEM, so that you know that you are not alone in this process. Know that a lot of you have testified in the last sessions that, oh, we were going through this and we were going through this, but when you've joined this community, you've found a sense of belonging. So when you join us today, you get to have a sense of belonging in our community. So these are just a few of the perks that you can get in Black Citizen Sense. There are more opportunities out there for you, like the resource database. So just join us today with the links, follow the links, and then if you have any questions, you can just DM us, Black Citizen Sense, and then a response will be given to you. Yes. Now, our creed. You know that our creed is a very important part of our life. It is what we live, breathe, who we are as people. So I'll need you to raise your right hand up like this, as I've raised mine now. I hope you can see it. Yes. And then you repeat after me. So I can't hear you, but then I am going to say that. So I was born with the mandate of dominion. I will lead, affect, and impact the world. I am a Black cis woman, so I am fearless, continuously inspired, and inspiring and completely transformed. My life will affect my fellow Black sister to the right and to the left of me. Today, I solemnly commit myself to the life of an accomplished Black cis woman. So this is what you can just screenshot this now. Each day, the way you say your affirmations, the things that you believe in, you just repeat after you just repeat this to yourself, and you get to know that yes, you're a Black cis woman, you are fearless, you're completely transformed, and you are inspiring. And as you know, this is all about community. So your life should impact the fellow Black cis to the right and to the left of you. So don't come and join our community and just stay there without impacting someone or having your life being impacted by someone else. Okay. I hope you're taking the screenshots. Okay. Now you know about our award program, which is the 25 under 25, which is a scholarship, $1,000 scholarship, and you get to be crowned the face of STEM. So you've been seeing it on our socials about what this is all about. If you are a Black young woman under 25 in STEM, this is your opportunity to have your name out there, to let people know what you are doing. So come out there, be brave, don't be shy. If you haven't yet filled the form, don't worry, just fill that out and then you are set. Just, go out there, let people know what you are doing. Don't hide that project that you are working on. If you're a student, don't hide the things that you are working on. No, Come out there, show people that yes, you are our face of STEM. You are out there, you are a trailblazer, you are working, you're showing people. Yes, so this is what it is about. You are the face of STEM. Go out there and show people that yes, you are here. Yes, you are fearless, Irie Kylie. You are fearless. Okay, so I would just want to introduce our speaker for today, who is our CEO, the Moses of STEM. And she is here to speak to us on the strategic networking, building meaningful and authentic connections. So if you don't know her, I'll just share something brief about her. She's an amazing woman who is inspiring Black women to be the best versions of themselves. She motivates, she inspires, and once you get to know her, once you get to speak to her one on one, you get to learn more. So joining this community also gives you access to our CEO. You know, in other communities, sometimes you don't even get to know who the CEO is. You don't even get to know who, but this one you have direct access to her. And one of the ways you have direct access to it is through these Friday mentorship programs. So I want to invite Moses of STEM, Yamiche Wilson, to come and speak to us today. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Hi. Hi, everyone. Thank you so much, Christabel. Where are the chats? I want to see the chat going. It's a Friday. Do I have to come and hype y'all up every Friday or what? What's going on? Internships stressing you guys? What's happening? Yes, thank you. I see Anita. I see you, Esther. I see Joanne. Yes, say hello in the chat. Let's hype it up in the chat. You see, because there are a group of us here, but there's going to be so many people who watch this after. So I even say hello to all of the people who are going to watch this after us. Yes, I'm coming today very business, very demure. All right. The last time we were speaking, I was literally traveling. And so I gave you guys my airport chic, and I'm so happy you still accepted me. But now we are here. We are back. We are back at it again, back at it again, back at it again, back at it again. And Rukaya, don't worry. If you have an issue with the payment, just email info@BlackSys and we'll allow you into the community and work with you to finalize the payment. So you can be in the community today. Don't worry about that. Thank God it's Friday. Yes, very demure. Yeah. Very mindful, perpetual. Thank you. Adedoyin. I love Yoruba names. Like, you have to tell me what that means. You have to tell me what your name means. Hi, Constance. We miss you. We miss you. Um, yes, hello, Perpetual. I love it. I love it. I love it. Thank God it is Friday. I hope you guys have danced a little bit today. You know, I always force you guys to dance, and I truly want that to be your lifestyle. And why that is because I want you to learn, excuse me, I want you to learn how to dance irrespective of what is happening in your life, right? I've said this before, and it is true. Have you ever danced and frowned? Like, no. Have you ever danced and frowned? No. There's a way that dancing makes you laugh, makes you smile. And it's not about dancing well. Like, I want you to know, like, I come from a country where everyone dances pretty much very well, but even even if you do not dance well, it's not about dancing well. It's actually really just about the process of enjoying yourself and enjoying life. I went to a restaurant the other day and I took myself out on a date, and it was literally, so I took pictures. I was mad cute. It was such a good time. And that's what I did for myself. And so I just want you guys to be able to understand and learn how to take joy. You know, the Bible says rejoice. And for those of you who are grammar scholars, English scholars, you would know that re means to go back, or to go back to something, or to take something back, right? So if the Bible is telling you to rejoice, it's telling you to take back joy. Take back joy. Return to joy. And so that means that your original state was a state of joy. And if your current state is not a state of joy, then you need to think and reflect about how you are living your life. And so that was just an intro to today. Today, we're going to keep it really, really, really Q&A-ish, but I'm also going to teach you. But I want to hear about your problems. I do not want to just come on here and have you guys hear strategies. I want to hear about what is actually not working for you, what is working for you. I want us to teach each other. And so we are live right now, and our girlies on YouTube, our girlies on LinkedIn, it is the time for us all to learn together. And so I want you guys to help us all learn together. This is why we're a sisterhood. And I don't know if you guys have siblings or if you guys have sisters, but there's something so unique about having a sister, right? It's a built-in best friend. It's a built-in accountability partner. It's a built-in vulnerability partner. There are things that you can tell your sister that you probably cannot tell most people. And that is why we are a sisterhood. Okay? We are a hood of sisters. And so I want you to start posting your questions. Start posting your experiences in the chat now. I want you to post it now. So as I'm giving you guys these insights, I want you to ask the questions that are coming to your head. I want you to start posting them now. So start putting them in the chat. I want you to start speaking about what's affecting you. I remember yesterday in the chat, there were so many people when we posted all of the workshops that are going to be happening in May. And there were so many, I want Yamache to speak on this, and I want Yamache to speak on this. This is your time to bring it up, because if you don't bring it up here, I may not remember. So put your questions, put your thoughts, put your confusion in the chat, whatever you feel like you're struggling with. And so remember, networking is an ongoing, lifetime process. You're always going to be networking. You are always going to be networking. So if I can tell you anything to start with, number one, make networking, remove the fear from networking, because you're always going to have to do it. You are always going to have to network. That's number one. Number two, I want us to break down the concept of networking. I want us to break down the definition of networking. And so I'm going to give you the definition according to the dictionary. And then I'm going to give you what I've come to understand the definition as. So networking, according to the dictionary, and I'll try to go slow and repeat so you can get it, is the action or process of interacting with others to exchange information and develop professional or social contacts. The action or process of interacting with others to exchange information and develop professional or social contacts. Why is this definition so important? Actually, that is such a brilliant and beautiful definition. But I think many of us have thought networking is talking to someone to get a job. But that's not what networking is. And see, I want you to understand, if you don't understand the concept of networking, you will consistently fail at it because you're going to approach it as a transactional process. If I were to update this definition, which I think is actually beautiful, I would say it is the action and continual process. I don't think it's an or, I actually think it's an and. Of interacting with others to exchange information and develop professional or social contacts. And I want us all to write that down. I want us all to write that down, please. I want us to take a screenshot, whatever way is best for you. But I want you to get this. I want you to understand. It is required for you to, number one, take action. Number two, it is required for you to understand it is a continual process. And it is for the extent for you to exchange information and develop professional or social contacts. And I want to make sure I'm going slow so you actually get what I'm saying to you. Networking is not to get a job. That is an outcome of networking, good networking. Networking is not to get money. That is an outcome of good networking. Networking isn't to meet everyone who is going to give you a referral for the program and the fellowship and the scholarship you want. That is not networking. And if you do not understand this, you are going to struggle with networking. Networking is not transactional. Networking is not transactional. I need everyone to put that in the chat. It is not transactional. It is not a transaction. It's not you going to buy okra. It is not you going to buy plantain. It is not you going to get your hair done and you give them money after. It is not you going to get your nails done and you give them money after. I really need you guys to understand this because I'm telling you, if you can catch this mindset, you will forever be changed. Networking is a slow and steady process. A slow and steady process is not a transaction. Right. When you go to buy plantain, they give you the plantain, you give them the money, it's instant, right then and there. If you leave without giving them money, you have now stole. And if they give you bad plantain, that's also lack of integrity on their part, right? Because a transaction is just an exchange of value. We are just exchanging value. You give me money for plantain. You give me money because I braided your hair. You give me money because I did your nails. You give me money because I did your makeup. And if you notice, the better someone is at a service, the more they charge, right? So you can go to a local mom and pop store and they can charge you X amount for your nails. And then you go to the popular place from Instagram and they're charging you 10 times more. You can buy a bag from Makala Market and they tell you it's a Louis bag. And you can also buy a Louis bag from the Louis Vuitton website and it is thousands more, right? That's a transaction. And many of you walk into networking as if you are going to get something from someone, you're going to give them your resume, and boom, bada bam. That's not how it works. And why most of you are so scared, because you've put so much pressure around this moment. Oh my goodness, I need to speak to them and I need to give them my elevator pitch and I need to give them my resume. And when I do that, they're going to give me a job. That's a transaction. And you are so scared because you're like, it's do or die. When in reality, that is not what networking is. I hope you know when you're dating someone, when you know those beginning stages, when you don't know someone and you're just getting to know them, right? And you're just getting to know them, you're actually networking. Networking is to develop social contacts too. That's why I said we have to redefine networking to you. Because networking isn't always a professional contact. Some of my closest friends, I met them in professional settings. My best friend for how long? Almost 10 years. Yeah, we are 8 years in, by the grace and mercies of God. We met at our internship program. JP Morgan had a event. It was like one day event for all the Black interns before the internship started. And it was like this whole conference thing they had for us. It was really fun. And I was going through the list of names. And I'm hoping, even from this story, you're picking out how to network. And they gave us a booklet for the program. And the program had all the names of all the interns, as well as what section of the company they were working at. I believe it was divided by the sections. So, like many human beings, I looked for my name first. I just wanted to make sure I was on there. And then when I saw my name, I saw the list of everyone else. So I automatically knew this is a list I wanted to pay attention to, because these are the people who are actually going to be working with me, or at least closest. Because I don't know how much you know about a bank, but the different segments of a bank work very differently. Investment banking is very different from sales and trading, than from asset management, than from back office. It's just so different. And so I knew these people would probably be the closest to me. And immediately, as a human being should, I started to look for similarities. Now, we're all Black, right? But even though we're all Black, there's still similarities that some of us may host that other people may not host. What are some of those things? Ethnicity, right? So I started to look for names that I knew were Ghanaian names, because I knew that there would be a level of connection just because we're Ghanaian and we're at JP Morgan and we're in the New York office and we're also in the same program. So I was like, there's going to be so much level of connection. I can assume we are going to have a good time. Like, it's going to be a good potential connection. And I hope you are catching strategies from even this story, because that's a powerful deduction I just did in my mind. And it was natural for me. But that's because I network a lot. And so I saw this name, Adubonsu. And I said, oh, she's definitely Ghanaian. There's no way she's not. And not only that, I said, she's definitely Ashanti. There's no way. So I looked around and I was just like, I think this is her. So I literally walked up to her. She always tells this story because it was very aggressive. She always tells this story. I literally walked up to her and I was like, are you Catherine Adubonsu? And she was like, yeah. And I was like, hi, I'm Yamache. I'm Ghanaian and we're in the same program. We're going to be friends. That's literally what I told her. And can you imagine, we are best friends 8 years later. We finished that internship together. We finished university together. We finished our 20s together. Can you imagine? All because I went up to her and I said, are you Ghanaian? We're going to be friends. With 100% conviction. Now, yours may not be as, forceful, but truly, I was like, girl, I mean, if we're not friends, who else is going to be friends? It just made sense to me. So this is what networking is. And she is both a professional and a social contact for me. I can call on her when I need stuff from JP Morgan, and she's now a vice president at JP Morgan. But I can also call on her when I need to talk because she's also my best friend. And so if you come to networking like, oh, I just want to get XYZ from you, we wouldn't have an 8-year relationship. We would not have an 8-year relationship. Do you understand? This is the danger of you being transactional. Because yes, she is a professional contact. Yes, I can call on her for things. Yes, when I'm in need of things, she can help me find it. But at the same time, she has now become a social, personal, intimate contact. And you never know who God is placing in your life. Think about it. You marry someone who you never met until you met them, and they become one of the most important people in your life for the rest of your life. And when you met them, guarantee you probably were not expecting to meet them. This is the essence of networking. The essence of networking is to meet everyone with an open heart, with an open mind, because you'll never know who they'll become in your life. And that's why I said it is slow and steady, because they may not even become something in your life in that moment. Catherine and I became something in that moment. But there are people that I met who later on, years down the line, now they became more influential and important in my life. And so you have to maintain a slow and steady pace of understanding that networking is all about your character. I feel like every time I come on here, I always bring it back to your character. Do you know why? Because after your mindset, everything in your life flows out of your state of your heart. After your mindset, everything flows out of the state of your heart. So you can have an amazing mindset, but when people find out that you have a bad character, You're going to lose people. And even in times when, people are negatively speaking about you, because the truth is, as you grow and you get older and you become more successful, the limelight attracts favor, but it also attracts stones. So there's going to be people who are going to talk about you and say things about you that are not true. But your character, your character, your character will always stand. I'm sure you've heard of the quote before, the truth always comes to the light. That's why your character is so important. There's no need to talk about networking, and you authentically are not a kind person. There's no need to talk about networking, and you authentically are not a good person. There's no reason that we need to be talking about networking and strategic networking when you strategically have it understood that you need to work on your character. The title of this event is Meaningful and Authentic Connections. What meaningful and authentic connection is going to come to someone who is rude and disrespectful, impatient? Let's be real. The strategy is really your character. The strategy is going into every room confident and competent. And I'm not just talking about competent in your mindset. I'm talking about competent in character. Yeah, you can quote me on that. Many people are competent in intelligence, but they're very incompetent in character. You need to be competent in character. It's going to show up. Even this other day, I was at this big event, and it was very influential and very successful. People in the room, people who ran and had a lot of connections in the state where I live. And I authentically showed up as myself. And the thing is that human beings are spiritual beings. Human beings are spiritual beings. So even without me saying things, they were asking me questions about my life. They were like, are you a speaker? I never told them I was a speaker, but they could tell. How could they tell? Because the way you show up, it speaks to people. When you show up and the way you smile, people can infer things about you. I hope you know, I believe it's over 70% of communication is nonverbal. And this is why your character matters so much. Because your nonverbal communication is 100% influenced by your internal state. So if you are naturally smiling, it's likely because you are naturally a person of joy. Those people who they always say they have a resting, serious face, investigate that. Don't let social media tell you it's okay. It's not okay that you frown as your average face. No. Why do you frown? Because you weren't born like that. You weren't born frowning. So what happened to you that you make your natural face a frown? And it could have been taught to you. Some people are taught, look like a soldier, sit down and shut up. And so they grow older, and now that they actually have to network, They're still maintaining that soldier essence. But that is trauma. That is not healthy. And maybe your parents taught you that because that's all they knew. But now that you know more, now that you are in a society where you can even learn, they say you can learn astrophysics on YouTube. You can learn everything on YouTube. You have to undo that trauma. It is not natural, and it is not normal, and it is not okay to have a resting bee face, as they like to call it. People who you meet who are joyful, they're naturally smiling. When I talk about Black sisters in STEM, people say I talk about it with so much passion. And can you imagine, till this day, I don't hear the passion on my end. I don't hear it. I feel like I'm still talking in the same way. But everyone else can hear it. Because the state of my heart for Black sisters in STEM is one of passion. So the reason why you're struggling with the networking, number one, you think it's transactional, and that's causing you to, number two, have so much fear. You put too much weight on networking. Number three, you have not developed your character. You have a very nasty character. And the beautiful thing about life is that every place that you don't like about your life, you can fix it. You can fix it. I want us to put in the comments, I have the power to change anything in my life. The beauty of life is that you can be someone who's very prideful, rude, impatient, disrespectful today. And tomorrow, in the next 5 years, 2 years, 1 year, even by the end of 2025, because you were intentional, you can now be one of the kindest people. You can be one of the most patient people. You can now be one of the most considerate people. You can train yourself to do the opposite. And so I'm telling you, someone told me this and it changed my mindset. And I want you to have your mindset changed as I wrap up. Building authentic and meaningful connections is by going into every room knowing you have competence in your character and competence in your intellect. It's going into every room humble and ready to receive anyone and everyone. It is going into the room understanding that you may not receive the job tonight, but you are building a real relationship. So when the job shows up, when the internship shows up, they think of you. And I want you to know that it is scientifically proven human beings don't make logical decisions most of the time. Most of the time, our decisions are influenced by our emotions. So when they're thinking about who they want to give the job to, they're thinking about who they like. There's actually something we got taught in university. It's called the airport test. Look it up. The airport test is literally what people do and think about in interviews. What is the airport test? The airport test is not a logical test. The airport test is an emotional test. The airport test is if I was stuck in the airport with this person because our flight was delayed over 2 hours or more, would I want to be with this person? That is the airport test. And can you imagine our career center, our mentors, all of us taught us about this airport test. It is an unwritten rule in the job market that has nothing to do with your intellect. Because if you're intellectual but you're weird, they don't want to be with you in the airport past 2 hours. Right? So I want you to understand, show up as yourself and do not feel the need to show up as Yamache Wilson. I'm extroverted. I enjoy being around people. I enjoy talking to people all day long. I enjoy it. I get energy from it. Do not think you have to be an extrovert to build meaningful and authentic connections. You do not. You have to be you, because an authentic, meaningful connection is someone who likes you for you. A lot of the times, you guys are trying to force people to like you. You're trying to force an employer to like you. But maybe you're not liking them too much and them not liking you too much is God's sign for you to tell you, hey, girl, the culture of this environment does not fit with you. Everyone not liking you is not a problem. It's actually a problem if everyone likes you. If everyone likes you, that means you're fake because we're not all the same. Everyone can think you're an okay person, but if everyone's your bestie, even the Bible says something's wrong with you. So stop seeking to be liked. An authentic, meaningful connection means they like you for you. You guys have similar interests. You have similar ways of going about things. A company has a similar vision for its employee conduct, its culture. So today I really came to break your mindset because many of you are just trying to fit a square into a circle. Just so you said you got the job. No, you cannot be that desperate. You are too valuable. You are too important. You are too purposeful to try to squeeze your life to get $1. And I understand that money is needed in life. I understand that. However, you can't let money run your life. Because if you let money run your life, you'll do some strange things for money. I'm telling you. You'll do some strange things for money, and you'll be sad at the end. You'll be really sad at the end. So I want you to understand, you have to stop looking at life as transactional. Stop looking to life as transactional. Yes, someone said it in the chat. If you're not in Sister Nation, join. Stop fixing a square into a circle. Stop growing a banana tree and expecting apples. Yes, Nardos, that's how you connect. I am an engineer from Ethiopia. I want to connect with you. That's how you connect. You show up. You provide value. You be authentic. Stop trying to make everyone like you. And also stop trying to only network with people who you think are going to help you. I remember my first lady shared a story about how when she was younger, or just in general, her mom is someone who goes to hospitals to pray for people when they're sick. And even as a young girl, she would take the time to go with her mom. And there was this one woman she prayed for. She didn't even remember it. However, the woman remembered her. And when it came time for her wedding, this woman happened to be a caterer. And this woman said, not to my first lady, she never told her, but she said in her heart, when this little girl gets married, I'm going to cater her wedding for free. And so when her marriage came, guess who showed up? That one auntie she met in the hospital who she prayed for. And I don't know if you know how expensive catering is for a wedding, but it's a lot of money. So some of you won't even speak to kids in a room. And that's sad because you never know if you're the one who they'll never forget. And when they become older, and whoever they become, you would be a part of one of the people who changed their lives. Even look at Bill Gates. When you read his story, he always talks about his teacher and his mom. He talks about how they changed his life. Now, I'm not sure his relationship with that teacher, but I'm sure if he found her, she would at least get a very, very bougie dinner. But knowing Bill Gates, she'd probably get way more than that. So networking is not just up. It's not even just across. You need to learn how to network down. So all of you guys, you don't know, but I'm networking with you. Every time I come on here on Friday and I give you guys information and I celebrate you and I hype you up, you're going to remember me. And one day when you're this big shot entrepreneur or you found the cure for cancer, you're going to remember the people who were instrumental in your life. And now I'm benefiting as well because I didn't take you for granted. And so you all have to understand that networking is up. People who are at where you want to be. Networking is across. Sister Nation is across, right? Networking with people where you're at. And then you have to network down. Network to people who want to be where you're at. Because dividends in humans, you cannot even be able to describe it. Do you understand? You can never be able to anticipate the dividends you will get from being a good person. You will never understand how impactful it is to be good to someone, to be effective with someone, to be a blessing in someone's life until they turn around and bless you. And you'll be like, oh, wow, I didn't even expect that. I was, whatever, whatever. So into people, that is networking. That is networking. Sending a job to people. Many of you, you don't do anything on the chat but receive. And that's your problem. All you do is receive. You never give. All you do is receive. You never send the job opportunity. You never send that you're hosting a training. You never send that you know someone who's doing UX UI design training for free. You don't send that. You just keep that to yourself and wait for everyone else to send all the opportunities in the chat. That is ineffective networking. Many of you know Fari because she's always constantly speaking to you. You have a reputation and an image of her in your mind, even if you never met her, because she shows up. Many of you are constantly receiving and you don't give. And that's a very ineffective life to live. A very ineffective life to live. And it's going to meet you. I was watching this sermon recently by a powerful man of God, and he said, you don't understand how impactful what you've done is until in people's life, until you come into seasons of your life where you need people. Right now, some of you guys can play, right? You can be independent. But you can't do that when you're a mom. You're going to realize you need people. You're going to need people to help you raise this child. When you get married and you're like, yo, what is happening? You're going to need people who've been married for 40 years to tell you, yeah, that's normal. It's okay. It's what you do. When you're at the age of burying your parents, you're going to wish you had other people, you had made friends with people who are your age, going through the same thing you're going through, and know what it feels like. You're going to wish you sewed into people. When you're older and you're trying to think about your legacy, and you are now 70 years old and you never did anything for anyone except for make money. That's all you did. Now you're thinking about your legacy and you have a Porsche, but that's all you have. You don't have anyone who's going to say your eulogy at your funeral. You have nothing for people to say about what you did and how you changed your life. You have no results in terms of impact in someone's life. All you have is the money you made. That's when you're going to realize, dang, I should have been sewing into people's life and networking effectively, building meaningful and authentic connections when I was 15, when I was 20, when I was 25, when I was 30, 40, 50. Because guys, there's coming a time in your life, you're not going to go to the networking events. There's coming a time in your life you will not be able to be at all the conferences. There's coming a time in your life where you will not even have the time to be on a WhatsApp group. But you don't think about those things. You just think about now. And so you are not effectively sewing into people's lives now. I tell you guys all the time, There's going to be a time where I may not do a weekly Friday event. Because who knows, I might have a kid crying in the back and we will not be able to have an effective event. Or I'll be traveling the world and a Friday, I just won't be able to sit down and come speak to you. Because I hope you know Fridays are conference days. Most conferences happen on Friday. And so most of the times I'm not even here with you guys. It's because I'm at a conference. So maximize every season, maximize every time. And I say this to myself as well. I am not perfect, but that's why I'm here telling you at your age, work on your character, work on your trauma. That is going to determine how you show up. And then when you show up in humility, ready to serve, ready to love on people, ready to help people, not just ready to take, not just ready for someone to give you a referral. If they give you a referral, thank God. Yes, you're going to be very specific. You're going to know what you want, but you're not going to be out here. The first thing you say to anyone is, I need a referral. I need a job. I need a this. Like our generation tends to do that. Even some of you, you do it on LinkedIn. You will connect with people and literally like, I need a job. You've never even met this person. How dare you show up into someone's chat that you've never met and telling them you need a job? Can they give you a job? Like, what kind of meaningful and authentic connection is that? You don't even know me. All you know me from is my posts that you comment on. Half of them you may not even comment on. So why do you think you needing a job is now going to be my highest priority in life, as if I don't have a life? Let's be honest. You guys make these very irrational, self-centered decisions, and that's why you don't know how to network. So I'm now going to end on what I always end on every single session. Philippians 4:8. Finally, sisters of Sister Nation, whatsoever things are true, whatsoever things are honest, whatsoever things are just, whatsoever things are pure, whatsoever things are lovely, whatsoever things are of good report, if there be any virtue, and if there be any praise, think on these things. Think on virtuous things, think on pure things, think on lovely things, think on things that are of good report. And as you think, so will you be. As a man thinketh, so is he. And so when you constantly think on these things, that's how and who you become. And so we are wrapping up. I hope you learned a lot. I want you to pull out your phones and take a screenshot. If you are not a part of Sister Nation, if you have just met us for the first time, join us. This nation is truly the best in the world. I say this not as the CEO. I say this as someone who I see a lot and I know what's happening in a lot of organizations, and they're not doing this. They're not helping you to transform your mind. They're not helping you to transform your character. And I can send you a job notification every day, but until we talk about your bad habits, inconsistent habits, the way you show up, nothing is going to change. I implore you to join. I implore you to tell your friends. If you have not brought anyone into Sister Nation and you are in Sister Nation, shame on you. Next, all of you guys should also be subscribing. I don't really understand how you can be a part of a community and not follow them on social media. I think that's very weird behavior. So it's surprising to me that we even have to have this slide. But if you do not follow me on LinkedIn, you don't follow the organization on LinkedIn, if you don't follow the organization on YouTube, go ahead and subscribe. You will get all the notifications. It's going to be a really good time. It's always super easy to share and comment. And that's the power of our sisterhood. The power of our sisterhood is when we can show up and take over the internet. And so don't play with that huge power and don't count yourself out. And now, are you the new face of STEM? If your school has not gotten this information, then you need to send it to them. Just let us know, put your email in your school email in the chat, and the team will send you the information that you can just forward to your school, to your career center, to any place that the bulletin is for people in your school. And if you have not applied, don't count yourself out. Don't count yourself out. Applications close the end of this month. So we've been giving you guys a good amount of time. A good amount of time. When it closes, don't say anything. So please, please, please make sure you and your friends and everyone else gets this information. And lastly, everybody knows homework. I want everyone to put homework in the chat. Put homework in the chat because you guys, some of you tend to forget this. Every time you have homework, whenever you see my face, know you're gonna have homework. So share your key takeaways on LinkedIn. Tag Black Sisters in STEM. Tag me. And make sure you send the 25 under 25 and the link to join Black Sisters in STEM to at least 10 girls today. At least, and do it now. Because some of you are like, oh, I'm going to do it tomorrow. Girl, tomorrow has its own problems. You don't know what will happen tomorrow, and then it never gets done. Learn to do things in the moment. Learn to do things when you can. Learn to teach yourself not to procrastinate. I'm still teaching myself that as well. Procrastination just seems easier, right? But it's not good. Learn to do things when you can do them. And that's actually humility, because it's very prideful to think that you're going to be here tomorrow. It's only by God's grace and mercy that you are going to be here tomorrow. And we pray that all of us will be here tomorrow. However, it's very prideful to procrastinate because you have no control over your life if you live. It's only by the grace and mercies of God. So understand how to honor the time He has given you and do what you got to do in that time. And I'm learning this too. So maybe we can do a procrastination challenge where we cancel procrastination out of our lives. So if you guys are interested in that, put it in the chat. And that's your homework. So that is all for today. I pray you guys had an amazing, blessed time. We will see you next week. I think this time next week, yeah, we're still going to be here. And then the 16th, you guys are going to have a sisterhood event. And then we will be back on the 23rd. It's going to be a good time. This month, we're going all in. It's going to be an amazing month. And I just pray that all of you guys have the best month of 2025 this month. Thank you so much. The best month of 2025 is going to be made for you so far, because then when we get to June is going to be even better. So it's going to be a good time. So we're going to dance out. God bless you all. Thank you so much. Make sure to not be selfish. Don't keep this to yourself. I better see you with a friend here next week.
Okay.
So we're going to dance out.
DJ Halfray. Minimum effort. Maximum enjoyment. 9 be my portion. In the name of Jesus. Minimum effort. Maximum enjoyment. 9 be my portion. In the name of Jesus. Minimum effort.
See you next week.
9 be my portion. In the name of Jesus. Minimum effort.
Get your homework done.
Enjoyment. 9 be my portion.
Bye.
In the name of Jesus.